Yeah, them hoes don't get our intro video today. They don't get, don't you fucking dare. They don't even get a full panel as punishment for the bullshit that we had to watch this afternoon. They get me and Ant Donardo and hopefully Ricky J. Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Basement Sports Postgame show of the funeral of the Miami Heat. They fucking suck again. 109, 125 lost to the Knicks of all people. 6 straight loss. Just embarrassing from top down, bro. Like, even like you get a good game from Jimmy, you get solid from Bam, you get okay Herro, I guess, but just not enough, bro. Like, just not enough across the board. And you getting bitched all game by OG Anunoby and Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. And it's just so many things went wrong in this game. And how are you today? You know I don't care. No use talking about that. Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Well, first off, I'm feeling white and privileged, my brother. Thank you for asking. And I'd like to start off by giving a reality check. Okay. I'm kind of glad that it's just the two of us as of this moment because I've been tuning into the last look. You joined. Hey, change it. Can we get an optimistic Royal? A realistic Royal? We've had an appearance from that before. I'm glad I was able to join today, right? It just so worked out this way. Also, I planned it because I might have thought the Heat might be on a 6-game losing streak. But anyways, I've been watching the last several streams from the basement, and surprisingly, a lot of people in this network have been negative about this team. I know we all kind of like this Heat team going into the season, but things, of late haven't been well. So I just want to everyone's being negative, but I want to put some things into perspective. Okay.
Okay.
You have a lot going on with this team right now. Okay. You just acquired Terry Rozier. Let's not forget this is game 3. It takes time to get guys accustomed to a new system. And at the same time, who came back today? You had Kevin Love come back. You had Jaime Jaquez come back. As difficult as it is losing players, because you have to get accustomed, it's just as difficult when you get everybody back. So as soon as I found out today that everyone was healthy, I knew they would struggle because you have to get everyone adjusted. Even Spoelstra said during the game, he said, I'm not used to having this many pieces. That's a problem. I think people really underestimate how hard it is when you have everyone on a team healthy because this team has so many great players. When they're all available, of course you're going to struggle a little bit. And I think that's what we kind of saw tonight. So make sure y'all go to thebasementsportsnetwork.com where we have these wonderful hats for sale in white and, well, it's a little bit of a
You see this? I got on the same hat, but I have on the black version of what it has. It's the hat that I wear all the time. I just usually wear it backwards. But yeah,
he has the Kang version. I have the white version, and I believe we have some other apparel as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we try to get.
I just kind of want to put that into perspective. I mean, I took a couple other points here during the game. If I can get into it a little bit, if you'd allow me to get in my bag, as you people say. So there was a part.
Go ahead.
There was a Hayward Highsmith. The Heat were cut it to a 3-point game. Hayward Highsmith shot a fadeaway 3 and he bricked it, right? But as soon as he shot it, Hubie Brown's old ass was having a stroke and he screamed. He's like, whoa. Obviously, Highsmith's going to get confused and he's going to be a little flustered while shooting and miss the shot. There was another play earlier in the game where Duncan Robinson bricked a wide open 3 because I don't think, no disrespect, Royal, but you've never actually touched the basketball. You kind of sit behind your computer and you just stream, do the stuff. You don't understand that it's harder to shoot open 3s than it is to shoot contested ones. So that's everyone gets mad on Twitter when Duncan Robinson missed that open 3. It's harder. Trust me. I hoop quite a lot. It's one of my biggest hobbies, that and racing those little box cars, the soapbox cars. What else do we got here? And a lot of people are mad that the Knicks kind of beat us up on the boards a lot. Yeah, the Knicks are a bigger team, but people look at that as a disadvantage. And as Spoelstra says, I like to say that's because you don't really have the trained eye. Because as someone like myself, I have the trained eye. Yeah, the Knicks have to, our smaller players have to match up with their bigger players. But their bigger players also have to guard our smaller players. You see guys like Kevin Love cook tonight. I think he had 0 points. But you know what I mean? He still has to be guarded by the 7-footers on the other team. That's difficult for them. Give this team 4 or 5 more months to really get clicking, and you're going to be seeing what they're really capable of.
You're a fucking dickhead. There's no way that this team has more than 2 weeks before I'm at the Kaseya Center's front gates blowing that fucking shit to smithereens. Brother, listen to me. This team fucking sucks, bro. This team fucking sucks. God, like that one move, sure, bro, sure. It upgraded the point guard position. And everybody thought that was cool. And then we got Jaime Hackett. We got everything that we needed today. Spo played 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spo played 11 people today trying to find some shit that would work, and nothing worked, bro. We are on a 6-game losing streak. Individually, you can say something positive or negative about every player on this team. But as a collective game, this shit not good enough. I think what you saw today, is this optimistic and a regular ant? Brother, you must have missed that first soliloquy. But if you look at this team objectively, bro, like we made one trade, but obviously that's not enough, bro. That's not enough. I want to thank my guy Jack Shacks with the $10 dono. He said, if we want to win a ring, we have to let go of Herro. If we want to build for the future and possibly win, then blow it up. Trade Jimmy when his stocks are high. Simple. Simple. Very simple. Like your insurance could be if you got simple health advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the basement sent you. Email our guy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that phone number is 321-345-7738. And since we got my boy Ant on here, we might as well give you guys the love, and my boy James Pugh the love that it requires. 321-345-7738. 321-345-7738.
345-7738. Don't complicate insurance, I can't wait. Do you need it? Yes, you do. So call James Pugh at Simple Health Advisors. He is not a liar, so pick up the phone and call Simple Health Advisors.
Hey, bro, just because of that little jig, I don't even remember the man phone number, not finding it. So you have to see it. That shit goes crazy sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. That shit's a bop. But yeah, I appreciate you for the lob, Shacks, even if you did it unintentionally. But I do agree with your point that this team kind of needs. I've been saying it for a while. This team needs to pick a direction. And when you watch this team play, you don't really know or trust either direction that they could go. Do they go all in for Jimmy Butler? Do they blow it up and go young? And if you had to choose right now, like which way are you leaning? Based off of what you've seen with this roster, like, should they really be trying to compete with this roster, or should they be trying to, like, start over and build around Bam?
Why are we talking about rebuilding when you have a roster that's been to 3 out of the last 4 conference finals, 2 out of the last 4 NBA finals? The talk doesn't make sense to me. Let me explain something. Heat fans are some of the most hypocritical people on the internet. They say this Heat team's biggest problem is scoring. Demonetized. They say this Heat team's biggest problem is scoring. So who do they blame, Royal? Who do they blame? They blame the number 1 scorer on the team in Tyler Herro, who took 18 shots tonight. Don't worry about how many he made, but they need a bucket. And he took 18 shots tonight. A lot of people say, oh, this team is too slow and this and that. Well, they dominated the Knicks in fast break points tonight. You know what that tells me? That tells me a team is versatile. Some nights they can get killed on fast break points. Other nights they can lose win the fast break battle. That's called versatility. It don't matter what the win-loss column says at the end of the day, because as long as this team is versatile, it's all gonna click come April, come May, like it does every single year.
That is the problem that I am having. Everybody is going with that same line of thinking, whereas, yeah, just wait till we get to the playoffs and Jimmy start playing basketball for real. Will he though? Like tonight, bad night to kind of use that line of thinking. Jimmy played very well. He was aggressive, shot the ball 20 times, led the team in shot attempts, led the team in points. He played the type of game that you ask Jimmy Butler to play on a regular basis. Of course, we don't get it, but we got it tonight, and we should be, at the very least, like, okay, like, thank you. We should be appreciative of that. But, bro, if Jimmy plays like this and we still get our ass kicked, by a lot. By the way, like this ain't no regular ass whooping, brother. This is a 16-point loss. Like if Jimmy playing like this and we still get our ass kicked, then we can't continue along the line of thinking that we're going to turn into a different team come playoffs. My dog New gave us the $9.99. Don't know. She said, sending this money for myself. Best and deepest team in the Jimmy era. Don't need to sacrifice depth for Dan. Stand on it. Listen, everybody who came in here with that line of thinking, New wants y'all to stand on it. I'm fine if y'all retreat. Like, are we going to hold you accountable for what you said? Probably. We should. But I am of the mind that when presented with new evidence, you should be allowed to change your thinking. And does this new evidence not move you off of this spot, bro? You seem to be firm in this playoff mentality. Like, but this is 6 games in a row. Like, has no trend shown up to you in this 6th game that may last much more than your prediction of an outburst from Jimmy Butler?
Clearly, somebody has to speak here who doesn't have an agenda, because I can't win with you narrative-driven people. A week ago, not even a week, 2 days ago, it's a Twitter lunchtime space. Make sure y'all go check out the basement on Playback. We'd be doing, semi-weekly streams over there, a couple times a week maybe. Royal had a space titled or Playback titled, "Is Jimmy Butler getting the smoke he deserves?" Something like that. Basically asking if Jimmy Butler is to blame. Well, tonight, Jimmy Butler had 28 points, over 50% shooting. So tonight is not his fault, but a couple of days ago it is fault. Now, it is his fault. Now, I do agree to a certain extent when facts are provided, you should be allowed to change your opinion, but not on a night-to-night thing. I mean, can we give this core, this Jimmy, Bam, Tyler core, can we give them a full 5-6 years before we judge them? I mean, my God.
It is nasty work going up here on this stage, ladies and gentlemen. And I just need y'all to make sure that y'all are in tune. Use your third eye when Ed DiNardo is speaking and make sure that you are listening. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all also listen to Gonzalo and make sure y'all like this stream for us. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button for the Basement Sports Network. We're trying to kick that algorithm's ass every night. So the more subscribers, the more likes that a video has, the easier it is for you guys to find us. And we appreciate all you guys who find us. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to Ant DiNardo's personal page. His YouTube page is also blowing up. From time to time, he does post-game streams. Go check those out. We're working on doing one between he and the basement. So, yeah, like, he's going to be here, but he also be there sometime. And we're going to try and make sure that it works for everybody, that we're working together always. So we want to make sure we're supporting our guy. But, no, he's not trying hard. He is showing you the hypocrisy. Somebody say hit the like button for the Knicks. If there are Knicks fans in here with y'all funky, rat-infested ass, yes, please hit the like button for us. Please subscribe here, too, for when we play y'all. Y'all can come back when we kick y'all fucking ass the next time. But tonight or this afternoon, y'all got it, okay? Y'all got it, brother. That is another thing that is very interesting. And we're on a 6-game losing streak, and it feels like there is no end in sight for the laundry list of top-tier opponents that Miami will face. We got the Suns coming up right quick, and after that, we got Sacramento. We got a softie in Washington. Then we got the Clippers, Orlando Magic. Like, is there somewhere in there that you see this kind of turning around for Miami? Because we're seeing shit defensive effort. We're seeing, like, well, the offense has been okay. I ain't gonna do it like the offensive process has been fine. But the shit defensive effort, do you see this kind of like coming to an end anytime soon?
Yeah, certainly. And that kind of goes with this comment too. This person's basically asking what type of basketball I'm watching. I'm watching Miami Heat basketball every single night. I haven't missed a second since I was 6 years old. You're probably one of those fans that every time things get hard, you say, I'm not watching this team anymore. So you don't have a clear understanding of what this team's doing. A guy like me that's watching every single game, let me tell you what I see. Last game, when they got killed, guess how many seconds they led in that game? 0. The Heat led in this game for what? 7-8 minutes in that first quarter? Got up to double digits. That's called progress. You people think you can just go from terrible to championship. It doesn't work like that. There's steps that you can take. And when I see them go from not having a lead to having a lead this game, and then I think they lost by the same margin, but we don't have to discuss that. Why the hell would we? That's called progress. And this is my guy too, DJ Rudelege.
Rutledge, DJ Rutledge. What's going
DJ
on,
Rutledge,
gang?
shout out my boy. Yeah, I've seen him too. Then we appreciate your support, man. He said, "I get your joking. That's false." But he said, "I came here for y'all to roast this team." My guy, there has been roughly 40 odd some streams this year.
Apparently, that white man is having some technical difficulties because in the back, we got a real killer pulling up one time. So we got my boy Kane Kendall pulling up one time for the one time. Kendall, bro, tell these folks what this man is failing to tell them.
I don't know what he was saying, but he's probably talking that bullshit. No, I'm just playing. I don't know what y'all was talking about. My thoughts on the game? Oh, no problem. Bruh, it's done, bro. It's over. It's finito, bruh. You got too much money tied up in Tyler Herro for him not to be effective, bro. Like you can't have so many players making so much money, like where their impact is not felt, bro. Like if that man ain't bombing away, putting the ball in the basket, which he can't do at a rate which like really impacts the game, like bro, it's time to like move off of that, man. Like break down put him in a package where you get a couple role players back, bro, because he's not it, fam. And it's not all on him. But like that's where the biggest problem is. Like it's pretty simple because no matter what, it is Spova. Shout out Tiffany Meeks for getting that W in the bracket. Fuck it, let me put a pause. I know I put my dog. I voted for my dog one time.
Oh, and Shavon got that dog.
Oh yeah,
Shavon got that dog too. Come on now, these dogs out here.
No, shout out to some real ones. Yeah, bro, like that Terry Rozier trade, that shit wore off pretty quick, ain't it? Like, I knew who he was, you feel me? So I wasn't really overly moved. It was cool. It was like they upgraded. But, bro, like, people over here talking about some dead ass?
Brother, really?
Nah, that's crazy. I'm going to have to, I believe you, JC, but I'm going to check for my. But, bro, it's like.
Through it right now, bro.
Bro, every time something new comes up or like the same like complaints, oh, Jimmy gotta play tough, like Jimmy gotta do this, Jimmy did that. We saw Bam turn into Clint Capella where he said, all right, I'm gonna take a step back. We're gonna try to play a different way. Jimmy played a different way. Bam sacrificed shots. Bro, ain't nothing changed, fam. But now we can't stay in front of the ball all of a sudden, like like they need to get 14 off the roster, bro. Him and Caleb Martin, and try to like just you need new energy, like for real, like because that group is done, bro. It's cooked out there,
brother. I am on game 5, and I have not seen a free throw. He shot 1 versus Atlanta,
which sounds like a technical foul.
He shot 1 versus Atlanta. That is insane, brother.
And think about it, bro. Bam is like top 10 in shooting free throws per game. He didn't shoot one today because they wasn't running sets for him. He got out the way, like he was trying to play differently. You could tell, like same way Tyler has been trying to play differently. But, bro, it's like,
it's not enough. It's not enough. Like it's like no matter like, and it feels like they making all the kind of adjustments outside of the Tyler going to the bench thing. It feels like every player is making like the adjustments that they've seen on Twitter, like that you've seen all over the Twitter sphere. Like all of them are making it. Course with the $10 dono, he says still no power forward. No one can stop the point of attack. Bam backup is 150 years old, and Tyler doesn't fit the team. As soon as Tyler returned from injury, everything went to shit. Listen, bro, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm good for blaming Tyler for everything. But it ain't only him. Like I can't even aim the gun at Tyler specifically because it ain't him. The Heat are 5-10 when Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler play this year. That shit is it goes back to the front office issue that we've had the entire time, bro. They built a terrible team, or did not build, for lack of a better term. And like, how do people reconcile? How do people reconcile that? Like they've tried to like integrate the different styles that people have asked for, and it's still not working, bro.
I believe the date was February 23rd of 2023 last year. And I have the quote right here. Royal said to me, "This Heat team is absolute ass. If they don't make any move, or because they didn't make any moves at the deadline, they will get ousted in the first round." And I looked at Royal, and I have my quote right here. I said, "Royal, this Heat team is going to get matched up versus the Milwaukee Bucks, bust their ass in 5 games before beating the Knicks and Celtics in 7 and going to the NBA Finals." You remember when I told you that last year?
No.
Well, I just made it up off the top of my head, but I'm nearly certain that I said something. I'm nearly certain that I said something. I'm nearly certain that wearing this very hat with this very name, I said something to you along those lines last year, and one of us was right. The other one has a Tyler Herro jersey hidden in his closet and doesn't want to bring it out.
It's on the floor, but
where it belongs.
But yeah,
was
to
I
be
not
honest
on
with
mute before?
you, no, but it's the same. It's the same problem though, except for this year. I don't know, brother. Like last year, I ain't seen it, so I'm not gonna act like last year I saw any kind of magic in what they were doing. Like there was, I just don't feel it coming from this roster, bro. I just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like last year, people was talking about if the shooting was better, then they would have been better, and they were right. When the shooting caught on, the team got better. This year, it's no real problem that you can look at and be like, if they did this, not if they traded for this, if this group of guys did this, it could fix it. Is there a this with this group? Like, if they do this, at least we will have a competitive product. You, Kendall, you with the mute.
Oh,
Is
what
there
you
a
saying,
this?
bro?
I was asking, is there? So you remember, like last year, people were talking about if they shot threes better, then they'll be a better team. Like we saw if they did this, then they would be better. Is there a this with this roster? Like if they do this thing with the not trade, if this current team does this, can they be better?
No, bro. No, bro.
There's no this.
Them boys is cooked out there. The only thing with the roster, the last thing that's available for this roster to do is to literally put Duncan in the starting lineup for Tyler Herro. There's nothing left, bro. Maybe when a lesser. Oh, come on now, Albert. I'll be here all day, bro. Maybe when you have lesser people, like a lesser defender on your all-star player and Precious Achua, maybe try to feature him, and instead of forcing Tyler to, the Tyler thing, why is Tyler running the second unit with Bam, Duncan, Jaime Jaquez, and I forgot who else is there? Why isn't Terry Rozier in that lineup, bro? It's like, why isn't Terry there, Spo? Like,
because Jalen Brunson was just pushing this nigga away from him.
But who else? Nobody else was stopping him.
Get out the
bro. Like it was everybody, bro. Like Josh Hart, dead ass. Like
he was moving Caleb.
He bowled Caleb Martin and dunked that bitch with his left hand, bro.
OG Anunoby.
Bullied Jaime Jaquez ass all the way to the rim. Brett Grimes.
Julius Randle. Before he got hurt.
Blessings. Bro, that's when the blessings come in.
I swear to God, right here to God. Like, so I watched this game in Siobhan's playback. So Siobhan was hosting the playback. Me, her, and Tiff was sitting there watching the game. And I swear to God, I said, if they gave Spo this Knicks team, I would think we were winning a championship. because they play how people think the Miami Heat play, which is rough hood nigga basketball.
They had that roster, brother.
They can do that.
We had that roster in 2020 after the trade deadline. Well, we had multiple real NBA players, and just one undrafted and two undrafted. I'm sorry, and Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn. We had a similar roster with Jay Crowder and Iggy on the way. Like it was a little older, it wasn't young, but we had that roster. We've had avenues.
Grizzled vets out here.
Bro, we had the avenues to upgrade the roster, bro. That's why it's like whatever. Let me say thank you to Jaleel Kai for the $4.99. Don't know. Front office have been trying to nickel and dime their way to a ring for the entire Jimmy era. Face the consequences, Pat. And we also have Paulo Da Silva, $2 dono. Blow this team up in all caps, he says, by the trade deadline. Rebuild.
Oh, my boy Lenny Payne, he said he had fun talking b-ball with us in playback yesterday. We appreciate you for putting up. Lenny Payne. But yeah, make sure y'all like if y'all ever see us going live on playback or whatever, pull up to the playback. You can get on stage. If you don't know what playback is, download the app, playback.tv. Make sure you become a member of the Basements page. We can watch games in there together when they got them late night shits. But yeah, today was an early game, bro. And I don't know, dog. Like, I think what it is with this team is it's last year they were sick of each other. This year, that's to a whole new plateau. And I think that you saw that kind of like with them selling off one of the first pieces that they're going to do, which is Kyle Lowry. And realistically, which I don't know if I'm going to get that from you today, but are the Heat do you think the Heat should invest in another move before the trade deadline? Or do you think right now this current team, they just need to, like you said, wait until April and figure it out? Maybe they need 5-6 years with this core to got to get it together.
It can't hurt, let's not act like fuck. I didn't expect to only have 3 people here. I ran out of things to say. I do have a question though for y'all. Do y'all think, on a serious note, do y'all think
not gonna answer my question if gonna ask us a different question? That's insane. But go ahead, Cook.
Do y'all think this is, because this is how I'm trying to console myself as a Heat fan. Do y'all think this is worse than when Spo and Jimmy was fighting 2 years ago? Because that looked like it was trade everyone time. And obviously they've had some deep playoff runs since then. So
you said is this six playoff loss streak, is it worse than Jimmy blowing up on Spo in front of the holes? And
yeah, because remember, that was against the Warriors. They lost 2 more games after that. And I remember thinking, damn, this might be the last time we see Tyler or Jimmy in a Heat uniform. And obviously they've had some postseason runs after that. So is this worse? Like, I honestly don't know. Like, I'm legitimately asking.
This is way worse, bro.
Yeah.
That was just two like competitive like motherfuckers who want to win so bad, like button heads, bro. Like, I don't think that was like indicative of how Jimmy was in other places. Like, Bam said it in like an interview, I think. I don't remember. Like, maybe JJ Redick's like, they like the asshole shit. Like, they welcome that. Like that's they're comfortable in like not being comfortable with each other, and like, but
you gotta remember, like, Spo done had that with several players. Like him and Wade did it.
Yeah, like
in the playoffs against Indiana.
Yeah, and went on and won a chip. Like, this is just like,
it's par for the course.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is way worse, bro. Like,
it almost like dudes don't care. And when you fighting, there's no doubt about it that you care, right? I mean, that's kind of the way. I mean, that's what Kendall's saying too, right? Because when you see guys not boxing out, not playing defense, not contesting shots, getting out rebounded.
I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, nobody on this team box out, bro, other than Bam. Nobody on this team box out consistently. Defense,
he
bro.
Like he don't give a fuck sometimes, bro.
Who that?
Bam, he played like he don't want to give a fuck. Hold on. Yeah. Mendels Isma with the $5 dono. He said, today I just took the over on points, 217.5, sharing the W. Either the Heat was going to act like an NBA team or the Knicks was scoring 218 by themselves. I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the portion of the show where a lot of us are going to take our leave, and we're going to let y'all eat y'all vitamins just for a little bit because we got to do it too. You said that guy pissing you off? If you think he pissed you off, brother, just sit here for a couple more seconds. George, you can leave. No, we're going to go ahead. We're going to let him have this. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, we got Kang, Ricky J. Mark, and we're going to let that boy ISO.
Not on my Saturday.
He finna ISO. Kang, Ricky, you get out too. Kang, Ricky, talk to the folks, brother. How you feeling?
Thank you so much.
I'm bad. No, hold on. ISO, I'm getting out. I'm leaving.
Good evening, losers.
Real niggas back in style. You already know.
Yeah, it's all right. They still won. Good evening, losers. How you guys doing? What happened? I thought that's okay. I love the crickets because that's exactly what happens whenever you guys decide that you decide that you're wrong. Sorry, it's not my fault. It's not my fault you suck. I had to pull over just to remind you guys that I'm right. It's not my fault. I'm not the one with Tyler Herro on my team. We actually make trades to get better. The best y'all could do was what? Well, I don't even remember his name. The guy that y'all traded for last week. Go ahead, hang up on me all you want. I'm still here. Well, honestly, at this point, it's not even so much a pity party or me rubbing it in. I just know I'm better than you. It's okay. That's fine.
Konnichiwa.
Shingon Fire.
Royal, you're more than welcome to.
Hold on, bro.
I've said my piece. I'm better. It is what it is. Have a wonderful day, gentlemen. Especially you two, you black kings, you. And, well, man, I guess.
See you later, Kang.
Stay safe.
Yes, sir. No, sir. You wasn't going to get that
Who
bar
in
off,
six?
bitch ass nigga. He wasn't going to get that bar off. Like, that's what naysayers. Naysayers in 6. He wasn't going to get that one off. Oh, we are so sorry. We are so sorry. We deserved it. We gotta come. And he said, I only came here to try to hear Ricky monologues. We are sorry, bro.
Go get some pussy. Yes.
Bro. But when the Knicks beat us, bro, hey, we appreciate it.
Ricky can have his moment.
He can have his moment.
Like, he gonna have to earn it on my time.
Very brief moment. He got to work for that moment, but we're gonna let him have it from time to time. George, welcome to the panel. Welcome to our pity party. How are you feeling today, George?
They don't do international fucking shipping. I have to make it myself.
Good, George. I fucked with it.
Nah, I thought that boy was repping Ben Simmons with that Brooklyn SB on the top of his head.
And when you see that basement Scully that George got on, you can't have them everywhere, only in Australia. Fuck, you talking about Lenny Payne with the $4.99 dono. He said this is the worst stretch of during the Jimmy era. There's no fight in this team, no heart. I agree with you 1,000%. George, just want to hear your thoughts on kind of the way shit going, the 6-game losing streak, the game today. However you want to take it, bro. Go ahead.
It's fucking pathetic. Like the whole thing, straight up, is fucking pathetic. The 6-game losing streak is just it's too much to handle sometimes. We've reverted back to like the primal form of fucking offense in this team, which has been disproven and does not work. It is complete horseshit. I said on Twitter before, we used to have Bam take 20 shots a game. Now we're getting Bam setting 20 screens a quarter. Back to his shit. Like, you had all-star fucking Bam. You've turned him into a fucking role player again. And I have to fucking like give shit to someone else in this fucking roster. It's not the players. It's fucking Spo. Because Spo is pushing these fucking stupid-ass lineups that do not fucking work. They do not work. It doesn't matter how many times you fucking put them on the court together. It does not work.
What is he supposed to fucking do, George?
No, but you stagger the fucking minutes between Herro and Rozier. It's not work. It is not fucking work.
I like follow, but it's like so. I agree that it doesn't work, and I agree that it is on Spo to figure it out. My question to you would be like, how do you stagger them in a way that fixes the problem? Like they both have the same problem.
The problem is not fixable by one move. It does not happen. You have to fuck something up.
What's up, Miss Lynette? Shout out to Miss Lynette, man.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, in all honesty, the player I saw play today that impressed me in any fucking sort of way was Caleb Martin, because he was. There were possessions out there where he fucking defended his actual ass off and showed some fucking fight. Like, and Jimmy, that's it. Caleb played fine. Caleb played okay. He played defense at a reasonable fucking level tonight.
What game?
And Jimmy obviously turning back.
He was literally in the hoop. George, what are you talking about?
Underneath. We were just talking about how OG Anunoby pushed him into the first row before
Josh Hart got him out the paint, bro. Like literally on a drive, like, and bammed it with his left hand. What defense did you see, bro? Like,
I saw some perimeter defense that impressed me. That's why I'm bringing it up. That's
Does anyone ever tell me that I look like Debo? No. They tell me I look like what's his name? Trey Rags. They tell me I look like Trey Rags. They don't tell me I look like Debo.
George, did you see? Like, I understand Buddy be hooping, but like
sometimes,
like no, I'm talking about Jalen Brunson. Did you see what Caleb Martin had done to him?
No, the one position I saw that he was on him directly was the one where he fucking stopped, pivoted, turned around, and hit a fucking mad shot in his face, and that's
he was doing a lot of that, getting where he wanted. So
there were plenty of possessions.
When you know that Caleb Martin's role, like, is primarily to come in and guard point of attack, and the point of attack goes off the way he does, like, how can you sit here and say he played good on defense, bro?
Because I saw him, it was the only person who fought over a screen in a pick and roll and then fucking defended. That's the only time I saw that happen tonight in general. All right, the rest of the shit out of my brain. Fuck that. Because at the end of the day, there's no. I'll bring it back to the lineups. There's no lineup that's worked so far. There's no mixture of play. The best fucking time I saw tonight was when K-Love was in and Jimmy was in, and we got 3 back-to-back stops, and we brought the game and tied it up. That was the best stretch of basketball I'd see this team play in 6 games. It's not fucking working. Something has to change now. Not tomorrow, not in 5 games time. Has to change now.
It's uncanny. You referenced it. I had to just, for the people that don't know, this is Trey Rags, famous TikTok or Instagram. I mean, it's uncanny.
I was gonna go to you next, Ant, but now I'm not letting your bitch ass talk. I know people was talking about like Jimmy Butler like not playing well after the last game against Boston. Like we were really hard on Jimmy in terms of like the way he was playing on the court. He played okay tonight, and we still lost. I think part of the problem with the way that he plays tonight is that we're not sure if we're going to see this for another 6 or 7 games. And I will come to you, bro. Like, is this like, do you think Jimmy senses the moment and he's like trying to ramp it up? Or do you think this is another one of them once in a blue moon games? He heard the shit talking, put on the show, and now he's going to go right back to like not doing a bitch ass thing.
Well, this my struggle with Jimmy is I was always in the camp that I value playoffs or regular season, whatever. But and people say you can't give Jimmy a pass. And they're right, because it's to a certain extent, I think it's okay if he coasts in the regular season, because if you're saving yourself for playoff Jimmy, but never make the playoffs, what the hell is the point? And last year, they damn near missed the playoffs. This year, they got the same record that they did last year at this time. So if you miss the playoffs, what's the point of all this, right? So you had UD night. I'm like, okay, Jimmy's going to try. Everyone's there. You didn't get it. You had the game versus the Grizzlies. I figured, okay, they just lost on a buzzer beater, playing a shitty team. Jimmy could cook them easily. Didn't do it. Then national TV, Boston Celtics. He hates the Celtics. I said, okay, he's going to try to be aggressive and cook them. Didn't do it. And now they're playing the Knicks. Okay, rival national television game. You know, he's going to try to cook the Knicks. And he played well tonight, but he should have did it for all the reasons I stated for the last few games. So you never know what you're going to get with him. And with the record being the way it is now, being in the playing tournament, he needs to start stacking up some of these better games. Hopefully everyone else follows, and they need to start getting these W's, or they're going to miss the playoffs, and all this coasting was for nothing.
Bro, I was with you for a while on that Jimmy can wait to the playoff shit. I'm off of that. And I forgot who it was, but somebody's been off of that for a long time. Of course, New been on the get Jimmy the fuck out of here, but I think somebody else was off from the beginning of the season, like not being down with Jimmy coasting throughout the course of the regular season. Like, and I think that's where I am now. I don't think we can afford to coast with a roster this bad. Like, you gotta do it. Like, in this, I'm gonna get this to Dale because I know he's been very like adamant about this. Listen, guys, when we're talking about how we would improve this roster, depending on the name, you can't have these hard lines in the sand about players like Terry Rozier and Jaime Jaquez. You can't, brother. Like, there are certain names where Jaquez will be traded. And I think we were talking about it yesterday. Wasn't Kendall what we were saying? Like, at this point now, Jaime Jaquez is the headliner in the package, not Tyler Herro. Right?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get out of this love affair that y'all have with people who can score 13, 14 points and, just add a little spice, a little sizzle to
six tonight.
You know what I'm saying? That adds a little spice, a little sizzle to a bland recipe. Like, just because Jaime Jaquez going, it ain't like garlic powder, it's adobo instead. So, like, it hit a little different. Bro, like, what y'all think? Fuck y'all think this is, bro? Like, I even put it on the account, bro. Like, Cleveland calls, like, Tyler, Jaime, Jovic in the first for Mitchell. Like, yes or no? And people was trying to, no, I'll try to negotiate. Like, bro, like, these players aren't viewed as, like, good players at a certain extent. Like, once you, like, are here, like, once you're in Miami for, like, 2 to 3 years and these, like, fluke-ass things, like, or that are viewed as fluke, like, to the rest of the league and, like, within the NBA circles, in my opinion, happen, like, your value is gone, bro. Like, Duncan Robinson and Tyler, bro, like, fresh off the bubble, they was viewed as, like, assets. Like, oh, shit, okay, cool. The next year, they were still viewed as assets. Cool, even though we got smacked in 4, it was a quick turnaround, whatever. Like, then you get to that next year, that offseason, they paid. It's like,
Duncan was no longer an asset because he wasn't playing.
Right. Tyler got paid a big-ass contract. It was like, nah, I'm good. Like, for what? Well, Tyler was after.
It was a couple of years after. So Tyler got paid 2 years ago.
Going into the 6-man year?
No, he got paid after the 6-man year.
Okay, so him and Duncan after. Nah. Okay, Tyler. Duncan got paid before Tyler.
Right. Duncan got paid before Tyler.
Yeah, so when Duncan got paid going into the year, we got PJ. Yeah, that's right. Like, he was no longer an asset, bro. And then the season played out and Max Strus was playing. When you get to a Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals, Duncan played 0 minutes in that game, bro. Like, when he played 0 minutes in that game, his value was absolutely cooked, and he's a fucking shooter. Tyler Herro's value is absolutely fucking cooked because the whole league just saw this shit go to the fucking NBA Finals without him. Like, bro, like, so now with Jaime, bro, it's the same thing applies. Like, if you can make a substantial move, like, I don't think it's out there, obviously, but, like, Jaime's gonna have to fucking be on the table. He's literally the first thing. He's literally the first thing that I'm asking for. Like, and if you don't want to give it, then fine. Stick with what you got, and y'all just gonna keep running amok because what kind of moves can be made, bro? Like, y'all gotta draw a line in the sand. I don't know where this happened, bro. Like, bro, dead ass, bro. I don't understand where this happened, bro. Like, I don't understand where it happened, how it happened, and why we are accepting it as a collective. Even though, like, me personally, bro, I'm not going for it, bro. I saw how Shaq got here.
So what happened is we made it to the finals with, like, the rinky-dink roster and the little engine that could team. And then you go to the Eastern Conference Finals to Game 7. Like, you're pushing – every year you're playing, you're pushing some of these, like, elites or perceived elite teams in the playoffs with these rinky-dink rosters. And so you believe that you're on par, and all you need is just that little push. But from year to year, it is different. Last year, you needed more than a little push, but last year you made a nice little run. And so you thought, because of what you saw in the playoffs, you just needed a little more this year to be right back in the same position. Well, no, now New York has OG Anunoby. Now Milwaukee has Dame Lillard. Now Boston has Kristaps Porzingis. You're no longer able to take advantage of the same things because they've addressed some of their weaknesses. Fidelio said, crazy thing is, we have a better team than last year.
No, we don't.
Do we?
Based on
I think a lot of you guys disrespect Max Strus and Gabe Vincent. Flat out. Be honest with you. Even if we had Terry Rozier, who would be your starting point guard?
Bro,
right
I
now?
missed
Terry
the
Rozier,
shit out
Vincent.
of Gabe Vincent. I won't fucking lie.
Would Terry Rozier be starting over Gabe Vincent right now on this
I
roster?
don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I disagree with I agree with Fidelio strictly because of Jaime Jaquez alone. I think he's way better the player than Strus and Gabe was. Like I'm agreeing.
Is him because of him alone? Is he better than both of them combined?
No way.
100%. In my opinion, 100%.
He's not.
No
He scored
way.
6 points tonight.
Because hey, listen, you forgetting last year, 2 years ago, Strus was great. Last year, Strus was 35%.
I understand. I'm not forgetting that.
Strus did not have a good year last year.
We're not forgetting that they're regular seasons, but we're not talking about them as like individual. Like we're talking about contribution to winning, bro. What
The
Gabe
reason
provides,
I say though,
go ahead.
Strus obviously had a bad regular season and Duncan was bad. But now you kind of supplementing losing Strus for a pretty decent Duncan season. That's why when you're talking about like the package of Strus and Gabe, is that better than Jaime Jaquez? I think no, because what you lost with Strus, you replaced him with Duncan and then some. Obviously, Gabe Vincent, I do think is a big loss, but that's why I'm talking marginal. I'm not saying this team way better than last year, but marginally, I do think they're better last year, and that's because of Jaime Jaquez.
Okay, so I don't think you're replacing Max Strus with Duncan Robinson. I think you're replacing Max Strus with Tyler Herro right now. And I think what I'm talking about is kind of like fit as opposed to like skill level. Like, yes, Jaime Jaquez has been a great addition. Yes, individually, he's a better player than either Max Strus or Gabe Vincent. But what they provided our team has not been replicated in this new roster. So what Gabe Vincent gave us in terms of like wasn't world-beating numbers, wasn't, you know what I mean, more talented. No, Gabe Vincent provided us a defensive-minded point guard who was serviceable at times as a playmaker and as a scorer. You know what I mean? We don't have that combination in one player for the point guard position right now. With Max Strus, bro, yes, you got the ebbs and flows, but is that any different than Tyler Herro? Is that any different than what you're getting from Duncan Robinson right now? I just think like with Duncan Robinson and Max Strus, you knew what you got. You got Max, more physical player. Like with Tyler, he was a more physical player and a better defender, better all-around shooter than Tyler, like in my opinion. It's just I don't know, bro. I just think a lot of people are just dismissing Gabe because of Jaime. And yes, he's a better player, but like what they're missing from those guys, like in terms of fit and just being able to make shit work, I don't think they've been able to replace. I want to thank Paulo Da Silva again for the $2 dono. He said, Roy, can you spit what you're saying to Pat? Oh, can I spit what I'm saying to Pat? Brother, Pat won't be alive by the time it's time for me to meet this man, okay? And probably wouldn't be alive if he was when we started the meeting. Like, listen, I can't deal with Patrick Riley anymore, brother. You know what I mean? He gonna call me boy one time because his dementia slips him back into the 1960s, and I'm not gonna have that on my chest. You know, I shoot niggas. Full disclosure.
Can I just put something out there, by the way? Talking about this year's better than last year. Can I just on a practically, like, I know this has got nothing to fucking do with like the entire overall picture of why this team's like better than last year. I'm just gonna go from the bottom of the list to the top. All right, Drew Smith, trash. Cole Swider, trash. Jamal Cain, shit. Orlando Robertson, shit. Thomas Bryant, crap. RJ Hampton, shit. Highsmith, okay. Josh Richardson, shit. Terry Rozier, good. Love, mid. Old. Very fucking old. Caleb, mid. Good, mid. Then you got Duncan Jovic, who's underdeveloped, by the way. He's not fucking done shit. We could stop talking about him like he's some incredible trade asset. He's just coming up. He's just starting to get some minutes. He is what he is. You got Bam, Jaime, Herro, and Butler after that. Where the fuck on that team? How the fuck is this team better than last year? With so many unproductive pieces. Like, these are serious people who are getting 20 plus minutes. 20 plus minutes a night. How the fuck can we say that they're better?
Well, we also, because look, first of all, let's full disclosure, we're complaining shit to piss right now. Like, neither one of these teams will we be saying are good teams. But I just think when you're comparing like band for band, the teams that we were fielding out there, I think last year's team was more together. They felt more defined in their roles. Like, it felt like everybody knew what they were supposed to be doing, as opposed to this roster where it's like majority of the players are the same, but I feel like they're in dramatically different roles, and from time to time, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Jordan McIntosh with the 499 don't know. You can go right after this. He said, feeling like you don't need to get into an arms race with others in the conference is the most arrogant shit the front office ever said. Brother, when they told Portland to come back to them when they found a better offer, that was indeed one of the nails in the coffin in terms of that arrogance. Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and I'll speak on that for a little bit too, but 2 weeks ago, we weren't fooled when this team was 7 games over. Like, I'm not saying we thought this team was good. We thought they were what they were. Same shit they've been. But we didn't feel like it was falling apart 2 weeks ago. And it kind of started to get to this point once Jaime Jaquez went out. So that's why I'm kind of saying, like, think about how we felt 2 weeks ago compared to how we felt about this roster last year. Did we not feel better? That's kind of what I'm saying. And then when Jaquez went out, you know.
Nah, I'm gonna be real. I didn't feel no better at all, bro. I'm sorry. Like, shit is shit to me. When like when I label you shit and you trash, bro, like nothing you can do like can really change that to me. Like, I would bet against you over and over and over and over again, bro. And it's like, that's how it was, bro. Like, okay, they was winning games, bro. And it wasn't because Jaime went out, bro. It's because Jimmy came back. And when Jimmy came back, Tyler was still here. Like, it's them three, bro. Like, well, not them three. I'm sorry. I apologize, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. It's not y'all. It's not y'all two. It's that one, bro. Like, Young Bull is a wrench in the fucking team. Like, even it may not be his fault. It may not all be his fault, but he is an issue, dog. Like, he's the biggest issue right now. And they just, for whatever reason, bro, like, they walk and tiptoe around it, bro. Like, talking about for a top 75 player. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, you made the finals without this bitch. Like, don't nobody think he's good, bro? Like, to be 32 and like, what is it, 36 with them three starting together the last 2 years? One, they can't stay healthy at the same time. Mostly Jimmy and Tyler. Two, when they do play, they don't win, bro. Like, and you know it's been a problem, bro. It's been a problem, bro. Like, they've been bad since training camp, bro. They walked in bad. You know how you know? Because Bam told you.
Bam 5 games into the season.
5 games. And when has he ever been the one to say things is going to change? You feel me, bro? Like, that's all I needed to know, that this season was finna go south, bro. Like, at some point, it was going to get real bad, bro.
Well,
and I will give you this. I'll give you this. Yeah. Like, the time that I felt like what you're describing was when Tyler Herro was out and Duncan Robinson was starting for those 5 weeks. But those 5 weeks was when I was most optimistic about this team's kind of like prospects. The minute Tyler Herro came back, the game he came back, Kyle Lowry was out, and so they immediately started Tyler Herro. I knew that game. Like, I knew what I was in for the rest of this, bro. Like, I was like, I think I'm out, bro. Like, because I can't. If they can look at what they saw for those 5 weeks in which the team was just kind of popping, where the play style was looking like what got us to the finals, and then they can just abort that as soon as Tyler comes back, then it was like, they're not seriously about what's in the best interest of this team. They're trying to force it to go the way that they want to win, the way that they want to win, and I'm out with that.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of funny. I started dying laughing when I heard him say it. I was listening to the podcast from the Tobin and Leroy show, from their Friday show. I kid you not. Tobin, who a lot of people might know is one of the most positive guys, he read the statistic of the Miami Heat win record when Duncan Robinson starts and when Tyler Herro starts. And he said, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just reading the stats. And I swear to God, I've heard the same thing from a lot of people on this network for the last couple of years, and they got called a lot of names. And when Tobin, of all people, was saying that, I got to find the clip and put it on Twitter because people will attack us. Tobin has got no haters, rightfully so. He's great. But when he's the guy saying it, it's time for a lot of these 14 stands to maybe take a look in the mirror and say, shit, it might be time for a wake-up call if this dude is saying what these guys been saying for a couple years now. The tides are turning.
63 and 64, bro, in his career as a starter, bro. Like, he's not a winning basketball player, gang. Like, he's not. Like, not in the NBA, not on this team, at least. Like, that's all I can say. I can't. Maybe if he's somewhere else, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But here, like, he is not a winning player for us, bro. Like, and if they just gonna keep riding it out, bro. Like, we make the jokes about the black ball, or he got something on somebody, bro. It really feels that way, bro. Dog, I sat there, bro, and honestly, every time we was on defense in the second half, I just sat there and watched J. Rich sit back like this, and I was like, and when it caught my attention, I'm like, I wonder how bro feel. You talked me into coming here on a minimum. And this shit going to shit. And while we out here getting blitzed by Quentin Grimes, bro, and J. Rich ain't shit, bro. Like, don't get it confused. Like, I'm advocating for him to play. But for him to probably sit there and watch, like, yo, this young boy is getting blitzed. Like, Tyler is getting blitzed by, like, anybody off the dribble. And Spo, you told me to come back here because, I probably should be starting because you probably sold me that Damian Lillard was going to be the point guard that I was starting next to. Most likely, I think that's how it probably went. Bought in, came back. Team struggling, everybody struggling. Now I get my minutes cut. And now I'm watching defense where that's my strong suit compared to the rest of these other guards you got. I'm not playing, but you sitting by and watching this boy, like, get dogged over and over. Bro, like, when bro got out the way of that OG Anunoby dunk and Spo, like, spazzed the fuck out and onto the court, I thought it was over, bro. I was like, oh, he finna snatch bro off the court. They came back from that timeout. Bro was right there, bro.
Bro, and we talked about it a little bit, bro. I think the problem is, like, when it came to that Kyle Lowry trade, bro, they gave aspirin to a nigga with a headshot. Like who got a bullet wound in the head, bro. Like, we talked about, like, maybe they did these trades out of order, bro. Like, you probably should have traded Tyler for Terry Rozier, got more back from them and a first round pick, and then used Kyle Lowry's contract to flip and then develop some more pieces up out of here. Packaged him with Caleb to get something out of there. But
they didn't want to, bro.
They didn't want to do that. They wanted to put a little salve on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to address everything that's not the problem in order for a way to avoid addressing the problem. And I think as long as, like, look, I blame 14 for everything, gang. And even I know, like, maybe in this in particular, he's catching the raw end of the stick in terms of, like, you know what I mean, being the person who has to go. But, brother, the reality is the reality. Like, that is the move. That is the avenue. And unless they do something like that, then this is the product that we're gonna be watching, like, until the summer, bro.
Bro, dog, like, y'all, like, think about this. I know how I would feel, bro. If I'm Terry Rozier right now, bro, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Y'all came and got me.
Why come get me?
First thing you tell me is me and Spo sit down and y'all talking about multiple roles and sacrifice and this and that and that. And bitch, I come here and we losing. I could have been losing where I was, hooping, clocking in 9 to 5, clocking out, moving up the all-time scoring ranks of the Charlotte Hornets.
Let me tell y'all boys something about the kid personally. Y'all call me PG1. But if I'm Terry Rozier, after tonight's loss, brother,
I'm going crazy.
I'm on my Jordan Poole time out here. I don't give a fuck who open. Me. That's all that's going down out here. I'm shooting the rock. And if Terry Rozier go out there and shoot that bitch 23 times, you better not say nothing to him. What you about to say, George?
You seen that meme where it's like the Goofy with his missus and like her apartment's a mess.
Yeah,
And the
damn.
guy's like, bitch, this is how you live.
I was just looking for that one, George.
That
and
is the fucking funniest
on
shit.
Twitter.
Shout out to
ever.
J Beans. J Beans put that one up.
Say, y'all boys done started letting everybody out the hook. Tyler, the only one get smoked from y'all boys. Everybody was ass.
We literally said the whole team is ass, bro.
Brother, we ain't letting nobody out the hook, gang. It's just that in the hour, you ain't got but so many words that you can use while you moving this bucket around. Don't worry, just keep coming back. Keep watching these post-game shows. I guarantee you, the player that you want us to fry will get fried in one of them. It's inevitable.
Right, all I can say, honestly,
we've been going for an hour, so we better say that.
Thank fuck we protected the first round pick we sent to Charlotte. Thank fuck for that.
What does that matter, bro?
That is a lot.
No. Hold on. Watch out. You got like fucked up saying that, brother. I actually don't expect much from him.
He talking about this, George.
You expect too much from him. And the team expect too much from him. And because they pushed him on a pedestal, I'm going to cook his ass like the pedestal he on. He run his mouth talking about all NBA. He ran his mouth, Trey, Luka conversation. So I know he not in it, but the fact that he played for so long like he was, bro, no matter what, he still end up taking the most shots. No matter what. I've literally given him credit over these past few games that he's been bombing away threes instead of shooting twos, which shows you he's trying to change the way he's playing, but at the end of the day, it still don't work. You know why it don't work? Because they allow him to play how he wanted to play for 3 years for sure. 2-3 years, maybe 2 for sure. Like the past 2 years, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And his heart ain't in this off-ball shit. His heart not in this off-ball shit.
He don't know how to play. There you go. Come on, Shad. You got to chill, bro. I don't expect shit from Herro. If it was up to me, Herro would have been gone off this team after the bubble, bro, because I knew he wasn't like that then.
Come on now. You niggas would have been here complaining about Harden if you was fucking with me, because that's who will be here. PG1 type shit. Let's get to this next game. We got the Suns. Damn, bro. We play in front of the hoes again on Monday. Like, Jesus, the national audience is getting the opportunity to see us with our titties out, and I'm not liking that they looking saggy. George, the boy feeling good? Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas
ain't got cable.
You know, if NBA TV holds like 3s and 4s, but you know, we still in front of them now. Sometimes you got to get them ugly hoes a show too. Go ahead, George. The boy feeling good?
We couldn't stop a 6'2" Jalen Brunson and Quentin Grimes tonight. We are now going to be versing Devin Booker, who just dropped 62, and then De'Aaron motherfucking Fox. We are going to get stood on and then over. Kevin Durant plays for that team too, by the way. Like, fuck me dead, we are screwed.
Just in case niggas have forgot that he still plays basketball.
Yusuf Nurkic plays for that team. And he will have 22.
And 16 rebounds. And the boy feeling good?
Trying to decide if I got one more optimistic in me. I don't.
Okay.
I saw Booker drop 64 on a Tyrese Halliburton less Indiana Pacers team. They lost. I think that's says more about the Suns than the Pacers, because I don't think the Suns are very great, just because I don't like the chemistry between those three big guys. That being said, the Miami Heat is not fucking with that team. They got a lot of great scores, a lot of big men. Imagine how nice Yusuf Nurkic would look on this Heat team right here. But no, the Heat didn't want to take on that contract in a Damian Lillard trade. So no, it's not looking pretty. I'm a one game at a time type of guy, so I don't know when the losing streak will end. But at this point, they lost to G.G. Jackson and Vince Williams just a couple games ago, so I can't be looking ahead anyways. But not, it's in the back of my mind, which each loss that comes, hey, maybe the front office can't be fooled anymore. So it's a bit of a win-win in my eyes.
This front office is led by Pat Riley. They can be fooled by an iPhone. Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Yeah. Black and blessed. So the Miami Heat, it just sucks, bro. Like, I've never seen a team wastes like 4 years of basketball the way that they have. Like, I think it's downright pathetic and sad. Like the first year, I'll it was like, let's see what we got. You saw what you had, like you saw what you could do, and they never tried to move their ceiling, bro. Like they literally just like lowered their floor. Like I've never seen a team operate like that after getting so close to winning, like competing for a championship, bro. Like 2 games away, bro, and they literally lowered their floor, like year in and year out, and then just shit happens for them where they play good and they get to Eastern Conference Finals and shit. Shaq's $10 don't know. It's better we lose to the Suns and the King. Maybe it'll make the front office move with more urgency. Sorry, brother, that's not happening. Manny with the Australian AOS, 99 cent. That boy said, oh, maybe he said to fund the next show. Found the next show, but it's fun. I think he meant fun.
Brother,
Yeah,
that 99 cents not moving nothing.
for real, bro. You got
Bitch, I might not do a show now that you done gave me 99 cents.
I don't think you understand. Those are Australian cents. Those are Australian cents. They're worth something. They're worth anything. Actually, they're worth fuck all.
Yeah, who tried to do it? You beat me to it. Get his ass out of here.
You made full eye contact. You made.
brother.
Shut up. Ain't nobody make no eye contact. Get your ass out of here with all that bullshit from across the pond.
That was intuition, brother. Like, I was like, get out.
Talk about what Australian currency word, boy. Don't tell me what's. Now sit there and be quiet.
He said, I'll be back next game when KD kills everybody. We will too, bro. like, hey, bro, we here for y'all. Now, in terms of like my prediction for the next game, I'm going to forego my customary lying and yelling because we lost 6 games in a row. I will not predict the Heat blowing out anything until we get another W. So, yeah, I'm going to pick an L. I feel relieved for telling y'all the truth for once. I don't think that they can beat KD and Devin Booker. I don't think that they can beat LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges right now. Shit, Cade Cunningham and James Wiseman, if he was still over there, would have a better chance than this shit.
He don't play for them?
Like, I think so. He might. I don't know. He don't really play basketball.
He do. They traded Bagley.
Now, we appreciate y'all for being in here. And as always, thank you guys in the comments for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guys, Ant, George, not really George so much. And, of course, Kane Kendall and Kane Justin on the 1s and 2s in the back. Hopefully, Miami plays a game that's worth – what's up, Justin?
We not getting the outro either, bro. They don't deserve it.
Our fans deserve it. Play the video, Justin.
That nigga's not playing that video.
All right.